Imagine this. You walk into your favorite store next month, only to see aisle after aisle wiped clean. The staples you rely on, gone. These 10 essential grocery products are disappearing fast, and if you don't act now, they may be impossible to find when you need them most. Don't be left unprepared. Let's dive in and make sure you're ready. In today's video, I'll reveal the 10 must-have grocery products vanishing before next month, and exactly why they're disappearing. From skyrocketing demand to supply chain chaos, these are the items you need to stockpile now to avoid empty shelves later. Stay with me until the end for a bonus tip on how to find these essentials even if your local stores are already running low. Over the past few weeks, headlines have been buzzing with alarming reports. Shortages, price hikes, and empty shelves are becoming the new normal. With demand skyrocketing as we approach the end of the year, retailers are struggling to keep up. Just last week, major outlets reported that staples like cooking oil, canned goods, and even everyday essentials like rice and flour are disappearing faster than expected. And it's not just about supply chains anymore, it's also about timing. Holiday shopping surges, combined with ongoing global disruptions, are making this one of the most unpredictable months we've ever seen. Take eggs, for example. A recent USDA report revealed that demand for eggs has surged by 20% in December alone, driven by holiday baking and seasonal trends. Pair that with bird flu outbreaks, and suddenly eggs are becoming both expensive and hard to find. The same goes for cooking oils, which have seen a 15% price increase in the last month due to global supply constraints. And let's not forget shelf-stable goods, things like canned vegetables and soups, which people are stockpiling to prepare for the colder months and potential storms. These are flying off the shelves, with some brands already reporting shortages. So if you think these items will still be there next month, think again. The trends are clear. The longer you wait, the harder it'll be to stock up. Let's count down the 10 grocery products vanishing fast, starting with 10. Pay close attention to why these items are at risk and how you can still get ahead of the shortages. Number 10. Canned vegetables, one of the most underrated lifesavers in any pantry. But here's the catch. They're disappearing faster than ever. Why? Let's break it down. First, canned vegetables are a go-to for families prepping for winter storms and power outages. They're long-lasting, versatile, and affordable. Well, at least they used to be. This year, though, the cost of metal used to produce cans has skyrocketed, driving up prices and limiting production. Combine that with a growing trend of stockpiling among savvy shoppers, and shelves are emptying out fast. Recent reports show that sales of canned goods have surged by over 15% compared to last year, driven by both inflation concerns and the holiday season. And it's not just the big-name brands like Green Giant and Del Monte. Even store-brand options are flying off the shelves. In fact, some stores have started limiting purchases per customer to avoid total sellouts. Here's what you can do to stay ahead. Check your local store now and grab multi-packs if they're still available. If not, online retailers and bulk buying platforms are great alternatives. And don't overlook farmers markets. Many are selling seasonal produce perfect for canning at home. Just imagine, jars of fresh homemade veggies that will last you through the year. Canned vegetables might seem like a small thing, but when the snow starts falling, you'll be glad you've got them in your pantry. Before we reveal the top 3 items, here's something to think about. What would you do if you walked into your local store and couldn't find the essentials you need? Some of these products may already be disappearing in your area, but don't worry. I've got tips coming up to help you find these items even if shelves are already bare. And trust me, one on this list is something almost everyone uses daily, yet it's vanishing faster than anything else. Keep watching to make sure you're not caught off guard. Let's move on to number 9. Another staple you won't want to miss. Number 9. Dried pasta. Let's talk about this beloved pantry staple. Whether it's spaghetti, penne, or those cute little bow ties, pasta is a must-have for quick, hearty meals. But here's the problem. Pasta is vanishing faster than ever. Why? Well, the answer lies in a combination of unexpected trends and global challenges. First, demand for pasta skyrockets during colder months, as families lean into comfort foods. Add in the holiday rush, where dishes like baked ziti and lasagna dominate dinner tables, and you've got pasta flying off shelves. But it's not just seasonal demand, it's also supply issues. Recent droughts in key wheat-producing regions like Canada and the US have reduced crop yields significantly. In fact, durum wheat, the main ingredient in most dried pastas, is seeing its lowest supply levels in over a decade. And let's not forget inflation. Pasta prices have climbed nearly 12% this year alone, making it an affordable but increasingly scarce option for cost-conscious families. What's even more surprising is the growing trend of TikTok recipes, like viral pasta bakes and lazy lasagna, which have driven younger audiences to stock up too. Social media is playing a bigger role than you might think in these shortages. So, what can you do? First, act quickly. Check your local store's bulk section for deals on large packs. If you can't find your usual favorites, explore alternatives like chickpea, lentil, or quinoa-based pasta. They're more available and offer a healthier twist. And don't overlook online retailers, which often stock hard-to-find varieties. Dried pasta might seem simple, but in today's grocery landscape, it's a prize worth chasing. Stock up now before those shelves are picked clean. Number 8. Eggs. Did you know that eggs have become one of the hottest commodities this holiday season? You might not think much about it when grabbing a dozen, but this simple staple has become a symbol of everything going wrong with grocery stores right now. Here's why. Demand for eggs always surges during the holidays. Think of all the baking for cookies, cakes, and pies. But this year, it's more than just the holidays. A devastating outbreak of avian flu has wiped out millions of hens across the U.S., slashing egg production and leaving shelves emptier than usual. According to the USDA, egg prices have jumped by a staggering 18% in the past month alone, and in some areas, finding a carton is starting to feel like a lottery win. What's worse, even when they are available, many stores are putting limits on how many you can buy. Just last week, one major retailer capped purchases at 2 cartons per customer. And this isn't just happening in the US, global supply chains are feeling the strain, with Europe also reporting tight egg supplies due to similar outbreaks and skyrocketing feed costs. So, what can you do? First, don't wait. Grab eggs early in the week when stores typically restock. Consider alternatives like powdered eggs or liquid egg substitutes, which have a longer shelf life and are easier to find. And if you love baking, this might be the perfect time to try some egg-free recipes. You'd be surprised how applesauce or flax seeds can work wonders in your favorite dishes. Eggs may seem small, but they're a big deal in your pantry. Make sure you're not left scrambling. Pun intended. Number 7. Shelf-stable soups. Shelf-stable soups are flying off the shelves this season faster than ever before, and it's not just because of the cold weather. They're the perfect combination of convenience, comfort, and practicality, making them a top choice for families looking to prepare for uncertain times. With the winter months bringing more frequent storms and power outages, people are turning to soups as an easy, heat-and-serve meal that can last indefinitely in their pantry. But here's the kicker. This year's shortages are being driven by more than just seasonal demand. One of the biggest factors contributing to the scarcity is the aluminum can shortage, which has been a lingering issue since the pandemic began. While we've all grown accustomed to supply chain delays, the ripple effect is becoming more apparent now as brands like Campbell's and Progresso struggle to produce enough stock to meet demand. On top of that, rising costs for raw ingredients like tomatoes, grains, and chicken are pushing prices higher, which means stores are stocking less to avoid over-ordering expensive inventory. And then there's the growing trend in health-conscious eating. Plant-based soups, which have become increasingly popular over the past few years, are in especially high demand. With more people switching to vegetarian or vegan lifestyles, options like lentil soup, split pea, and minestrone are selling out faster than ever. In fact, a December market report showed that plant-based soup sales increased by over 20% compared to the same time last year, leaving shelves emptier than usual. To add to the pressure, preppers and bulk buyers are scooping up soups in larger quantities than normal, With inflation driving up the cost of fresh produce and meats, shelf-stable soups are an affordable way to ensure meals are always on hand. It's no surprise that multi-packs of classic flavors like chicken noodle and tomato are disappearing first. However, specialty options like organic or gluten-free soups are also seeing spikes in popularity as consumers prioritize health and long-term storage in one purchase. So, what can you do to stay ahead of the shortages? First, don't wait. Check your local grocery store now and grab what you can, especially the multi-packs that offer better value. If your store shelves are empty, try searching online retailers where you might still find deals, but act fast because even those stocks are running low. Another tip? Consider making your own soup in bulk using fresh ingredients, then freezing portions for long-term use. It's a great way to customize your flavors and save money in the process. Finally, keep an eye on store apps or websites that notify you when items are restocked so you can plan ahead. This soup shortage might seem like a small inconvenience now, but as we move deeper into winter and supply issues persist, having a well-stocked pantry will feel more and more like a necessity. Don't wait until your favorite options are gone. Stock up today and stay ready for whatever the season brings. Number 6. Peanut butter. Peanut butter, an everyday favorite for sandwiches, baking, or a quick snack, has quietly become one of the most at-risk items in your pantry. It might seem surprising, but the reasons behind this are a mix of natural disasters, economic pressures, and shifting consumer trends that are all contributing to a growing scarcity. Let's start with the raw ingredient, peanuts. This year's peanut harvest has been hit hard by extreme weather patterns. In the southeastern United States, drought conditions reduced yields by nearly 10%, according to the National Peanut Board. On the other hand, regions that depend on steady rain saw excessive rainfall that disrupted harvest schedules and reduced the quality of crops. When the supply of peanuts shrinks, the ripple effects are felt immediately across the supply chain, especially for processed products like peanut butter. But it doesn't stop there. Inflation has driven up the cost of transportation, labor, and materials for packaging, making it more expensive for brands to produce peanut butter. Even the plastic jars used to package the product are seeing cost increases, and those higher prices are being passed on to consumers. In fact, peanut butter prices have risen by 12% just in the last quarter, according to USDA data. What makes this situation even more pressing is the growing demand for peanut butter outside of traditional uses. It's no longer just a staple for households, it's a key ingredient in the booming health and fitness market. With more people turning to high-protein diets, peanut butter has become a go-to ingredient in protein shakes, snack bars, and energy bites. This increased demand is further straining already tight supplies, making peanut butter harder to find in some regions. If you've been to the store recently, you may have already noticed the changes. Some popular brands like Skippy and Jif have reported delays in distribution, and certain stores have implemented purchase limits to prevent stockpiling. It's becoming a common sight to see signs reading "limit 2 per customer" next to jars of peanut butter on the shelves. So, what can you do to stay ahead? First, check your local grocery store and stock up while it's still available. If your preferred brand is unavailable, consider alternatives such as almond butter or sunflower seed butter, which can often fulfill the same function. Powdered peanut butter is another great option, especially for recipes or adding to smoothies. If you can buy in bulk or find deals online, that's another way to save both money and time. Peanut butter might seem like a small item, but its absence could create a noticeable gap in your pantry. With prices rising and supplies tightening, this household staple could be the next thing you regret not having. Act now to ensure your family is well stocked and prepared. Number 5. Coffee. Coffee lovers. This one's for you. Your morning ritual might be in jeopardy. Over the past few months, coffee prices have surged due to a double whammy of climate change and supply chain disruptions. Brazil, the world's largest coffee producer, has faced extreme weather conditions, droughts followed by frost, that have drastically reduced their coffee bean harvests. Experts predict that coffee production could drop by as much as 25% in key regions this season. And it's not just the weather. With global shipping costs still soaring, many of your favorite coffee brands are struggling to restock shelves quickly. Take this as a wake-up call. Coffee futures recently hit their highest level in years, meaning that what's left on the shelves is about to get a lot pricier. On top of that, there's been a shift in consumer habits. More people are buying coffee in bulk or switching to premium brands for home brewing instead of grabbing coffee on the go. This trend has left supermarket aisles looking sparse, especially for popular roasts like Colombian and Ethiopian blends. And if you've noticed fewer deals or discounts on your favorite coffee brands lately, you're not alone. It's all part of the ripple effect. So, what's the move? If you see your favorite roast, don't wait. Grab it now before prices rise again. Consider exploring less common blends or brands, which might still be in stock, or even try stocking up on instant coffee as a backup. And if you're feeling adventurous, this could be the perfect time to invest in green coffee beans and roast them at home. It's easier than you think, and it could save you money in the long run. Coffee isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline for many of us. Make sure your mornings are covered before the shelves are wiped clean. Number 4. Milk and dairy products. Milk and dairy products are a staple in almost every household, but right now, they're becoming harder to find. This isn't just about demand, though that's a huge factor. It's a combination of seasonal trends, supply chain challenges, and rising costs. Let's break it down. First, the holiday season is driving an enormous surge in demand. Think about all the dishes people are preparing: cheesecakes, casseroles, creamy soups, and, of course, those big holiday breakfasts with buttered toast and pancakes. This time of year, milk and dairy products fly off the shelves as families prepare for festive meals. But the issue goes beyond what's happening in your local store. Dairy farms are facing significant challenges. Labor shortages have hit the agricultural sector hard, with fewer workers available to milk cows and manage daily operations. On top of that, feed prices for cows have skyrocketed due to climate issues affecting grain production. This combination has driven up production costs, making it more expensive and slower to get these products into stores. Transportation delays are also playing a major role. With fewer truck drivers and ongoing logistical bottlenecks, fresh milk and dairy aren't arriving as quickly as they should. This is crucial because dairy products have a short shelf life, and any delay in transportation results in fewer shipments to stores, which in turn leads to emptier shelves for consumers. Now, let's talk about prices. According to the latest USDA report, butter prices alone have increased by over 20% compared to last year, and milk has seen a steady rise of 10% in recent months. Butter reserves, which are typically used to stabilize supply during high-demand periods, are at their lowest levels in years. That's why many stores are either running out completely or limiting how much customers can buy. For those looking to prepare, there are some practical solutions. Shelf-stable milk, like powdered milk or UHT milk, is an excellent backup. Not only does it last longer, but it also saves you the hassle of rushing to the store during a shortage. As for butter, did you know it freezes incredibly well? You can buy it in bulk now and store it in your freezer for months without any loss in quality. This situation isn't expected to improve immediately. The combination of holiday demand, farming challenges, and supply chain disruptions means dairy shortages could stretch well into the next few months. So, if you see your favorite milk, cheese, or butter in stock, grab it now. It's better to be prepared than to find yourself without these essentials during a critical time of year. This isn't just about convenience. It's about staying ahead of the curve. Being proactive with your grocery planning can save you stress and money while ensuring you and your family have everything you need for the months ahead. Number 3. Rice. Rice, the humble staple found in nearly every pantry, is quietly vanishing from store shelves faster than you'd think. You might wonder, how can something so abundant suddenly be in short supply? Let me tell you, it's not as simple as it seems. Over the past year, extreme weather has hammered rice-producing nations. Floods in Southeast Asia and droughts in India have caused production to drop by nearly 10%. India, the world's largest rice exporter, even placed restrictions on certain varieties of rice earlier this year to stabilize domestic supplies. This sent ripple effects across global markets, leaving countries scrambling to secure their share. And it's not just the harvests. Rising fuel costs and labor shortages have made transporting bulk rice more expensive than ever. Add to that the surge in demand. Families everywhere are stockpiling staples like rice for its long shelf life and versatility. According to the latest market reports, the demand for jasmine and basmati rice has grown by 20% this month alone, driven by the holiday season and fears of further price hikes. But here's where it gets tricky. Premium varieties like jasmine and basmati are some of the first to disappear. If you're lucky enough to spot them in your local store, grab them now. Can't find your favorite brand? Check online bulk suppliers or consider alternatives like parboiled rice or couscous. The trend is clear. Rice isn't just a staple anymore. It's becoming a hot commodity. If you wait until next month, you might find empty shelves or prices that are double what they are today. Stay ahead of the curve and stock up now before this pantry essential vanishes for good. Number 2, frozen vegetables. Picture this. You're planning a quick and easy dinner, reach into the freezer aisle for your go-to mixed veggies, and it's empty. You're not alone in this struggle. The demand for frozen vegetables has exploded recently, as families turn to longer-lasting, convenient meal options during the colder months. And here's the kicker. It's not just about demand anymore. It's about the skyrocketing cost of energy. Recent industry reports show that rising energy prices are hitting frozen food producers hard. Freezers in manufacturing plants and storage facilities run 24/7, and with energy costs up nearly 20% in the past year, production is slowing down. On top of that, extreme weather in key growing regions like California and Europe has reduced harvests, leaving companies like Green Giant and Bird's Eye scrambling to fill shelves. But here's the twist. While demand is up, supply chains are struggling to catch up. Retailers are now prioritizing staples like frozen corn, peas, and mixed vegetables over specialty blends to stretch what's left. So if you're someone who likes to stock up for quick meals or emergencies, this is your sign to act fast. Pro tip: if your local freezer aisle is bare, don't panic. Consider buying fresh vegetables and freezing them yourself. It's surprisingly easy and can save you money. Or keep an eye out for store-brand frozen options, which tend to restock faster than name brands. Either way, make sure your freezer is ready before this trend gets worse. Number 1. Cooking oils. Cooking oils have become one of the most unpredictable grocery items in recent months, and the reasons are more complex than they first appear. Let's start with the global picture. Ukraine, one of the largest exporters of sunflower oil, has seen its agricultural exports deeply disrupted. This single factor has sent shockwaves through the market, creating shortages that directly impact other types of oil, like canola, soybean, and even olive oil, as consumers and manufacturers scramble for alternatives. Meanwhile, in South America, extreme droughts have significantly reduced soybean crops, further shrinking the supply of a key oil source. In Southeast Asia, palm oil production is facing labor shortages, and regulatory changes in some countries are restricting exports to prioritize domestic consumption. These issues have compounded to create a global cooking oil shortage unlike anything we've seen before. According to a recent report by the USDA, prices for common oils like canola and vegetable oil have risen by 25 to 30% in just the past 6 months, and the trend shows no sign of stopping. This has led to another phenomenon: panic buying. Consumers are stockpiling cooking oils, buying double or even triple their usual amounts out of fear that shelves will be empty next time they shop. This behavior, while understandable, is only worsening the problem by draining store inventories faster than suppliers can replenish them. Even brands that have long been staples in grocery stores are struggling. Olive oil, which has always been a premium product, is now being hit by its own challenges. In Spain, one of the world's largest olive oil producers, heat waves and drought conditions have severely impacted olive harvests. As a result, the price of olive oil has reached record highs, with many stores starting to ration the product. So, what can you do to stay ahead of these shortages? First, act now. If you rely on cooking oils for everyday meals, don't wait until the last minute to stock up. Many retailers are already limiting purchases to 1 or 2 bottles per customer, so grabbing what you need now is critical. Second, consider alternatives. Avocado oil, though pricier, is less affected by the current shortages. You might also explore options like coconut oil for baking, or even traditional fats like butter or lard for cooking when oils aren't available. If you prefer to shop online, keep an eye on availability from trusted retailers, but don't delay placing an order if you see your preferred brand in stock. Remember, as we head into the new year, demand will only grow, especially with the holiday season and rising global instability. Cooking oil isn't just an ingredient anymore. It's become a pantry essential that requires careful planning to secure. Be proactive, and you'll avoid the stress of empty shelves and inflated prices later on. We've just covered the 10 grocery products that are disappearing fast, and now it's up to you to take action. Don't wait until it's too late to stock up on these essentials. Remember, whether it's cooking oils, canned goods, or shelf-stable staples, being prepared today means less stress tomorrow. But before you go, here's a quick bonus tip. Check out local farmers markets, discount stores, or even bulk retailers for hidden stock that hasn't been affected by the rush at major grocery chains. And don't forget to explore alternatives for the items that are hardest to find. There's always a way to stay ahead. If this video helped you, please hit the like button and share it with someone who might need this information too. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips to keep your family prepared and your pantry stocked. Let me know in the comments, what's the one item you'll be grabbing first from this list? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.